All right. How about now, guys? Just a quick little troubleshoot there. How about now? I know that was a quick, enjoyable stream, but felt like I had to actually add some commentary value to this late night title Tuesday, the PM edition. Hey, Max. Hop in the DeLorean. Welcome, guys. We didn't miss a full round. We still got here by round 1, so that's important. Means I don't need to late join for the rest of it. So I'm here with sound. That's gonna make maybe 70% of the stream happy. 30% are probably a little pissed off. They were like, "Man, it sounded a lot better when we couldn't hear this guy." So I apologize to the 30%. But for everyone else, we're back. We got sound. That's what matters. 9-round tournament, Title Tuesday. I saw Levy was doing the early edition, and I'm happy to be joining you for the late edition. And well, Wesley is basically just going to crash through here. This is such a dominating position. It's really, really, really tough to say. So at some point, he's going to take, and then I don't like that move. I thought he should have just kept shuffling the bishop. Didn't see exactly how white was going to break through there. So knight b4? Oh, king b5. Okay, here, and then he's going to bring the knight around maybe to d6. Knight c5. And yeah, I guess you just take the pawn and bring your king back. That's the easiest way to do it. And it's dead winning for white because this king cannot advance. The knight and pawn cover everything. So the king is just stuck here, and I guess he's going to go king d3, followed by like c3. Because you can catch that pawn pretty easily here. Oh, he calculated something out. I think he's going for the more direct approach. Well, now he's got to calculate again, because if he goes this way, now he's got to bring the knight back. Still winning, but I think he definitely underestimated that move. Because the simple way to win was just bring the king back this way. But okay, now he's going to sack his knight. He's going to have 3 passed pawns, and it's going to be winning anyway. But definitely don't think he meant to do that. c6, king c5, yeah. King b7, a6, king there, b6. And you're always threatening b7, so now the king can go this way and even collect that pawn. Or just b7, king d7. Yep. I think he's going to win this one. There we go. That the bishop is just so much worse than the knight in those endgames. This one, however, what's going on here? This is just over. I know these are the wrong color, but there is an h-pawn there for white. Wow, that is a big upset. That is a big upset, guys. Firoozeh? How is he doing here? No, that e4 move isn't going to work. Okay, queen takes with check. And he's just going to take the queen and make a new one. And this is a very unforgiving format, guys. It's 3+1 now. That's I guess an update to Title Tuesday. This is the first month where it's 3+1 instead of 3+2. I think that was mainly being done to speed up the overall time it takes to have these tournaments complete. So hopefully it goes a little bit faster now. What do we have here? Yeah, we're just checking the games. There's just a couple more games, but I think the rounds are going to go a lot quicker, which you'll probably notice right away. A7's hanging. Ooh, I don't know if I'd give up A7 like that. Yeah, actually, the bishop and rook do a good job controlling that pawn. Yeah, and this is definitely a wow. I'm very surprised he did that. That seemed unnecessary. That seemed completely unnecessary. But okay. I mean, obviously it is a draw, but why would you want to give yourself this position to draw when you could just keep playing that the position that was just on the board? Rook and bishop against rook, bishop, and pawn, opposite bishops, is completely drawn. So I don't see the need to do this. It seemed like, to me, it'd be much easier to defend that other position. Okay. Yeah, that check was probably not ideal. So, yeah, I mean, the drawing technique is being done properly here. In that all you need to do really is put your king in the corner and move your bishop. But guys, this is just 3+1 for you. I have a feeling these Title Tuesday tournaments are going to be totally different than normal, because 3+1 is 3+1. I mean, these guys are still playing probably because they think someone might flag. 1 second is barely enough time to process the opponent's move, think of your own move, and make a move. That, to me, those three actions already take more than 1 second to complete, with some level of accuracy, let's say. But 3+2 is usually let's say the official FIDE blitz time control, because 2 seconds is more than enough time. 3 minutes with no increment. I mean, obviously then everybody's flagging and whatnot, but the 1 second is almost like it makes you feel way too comfortable. You feel like, oh yeah, I've got an increment, perfect. Let's play some good chess. I'm not gonna flag. I got that 1 second increment. But trust me, 1 second increment is pretty much, I would say it's worse than having no increment, because you lull yourself into this false sense of security as if like you're not gonna get mated or you're totally fine. It's just not the case. 1 second is nothing. So I'm expecting to see a lot of people flagging. What did we just see? A dead draw in endgame where of course people were flagging left and right. So I expect we're going to see a lot more people flagging, thinking that there's no chance they flag because of increment, but 3-1 is definitely a very tricky time control. Like, these guys are both playing and they're down to like, he just hung his rook and he's going to win. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is my first time commentating 3+1. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chess.com changes it back to 3+2 for next month. 3+1 has already produced some of the lowest level games I've personally witnessed. So this is already looking this is already looking like it's gonna be pretty wild. And I know for you guys watching, that's going to be a lot of fun. So we can look forward to that. We can look forward to that. All right, guys, 3+1. Here we go. we got guys hanging entire rooks. Like 3+1. We got people playing on rook end games. Do you see that rook end game? There's rook and king, rook and king. But these guys are playing to win because they know. They know. And seriously, plus 1 second is nothing. It is nothing. It's barely even noticeable. So you can seriously win a lot of positions that previously you couldn't. So I think that's going to take the guys who can adjust better to the new format are going to do a lot better. But I really can't believe we just saw that one played on. But okay, new time control. We're gonna see some new gameplay. What's up, Chess Bay? Queen c7. I mean, rook d1, rook c1 looks normal. We got Wesley so here. Because we were a little late coming on, we didn't necessarily run down who the impressive star players were in this tournament. We got Wesley. I see Firoozeh's there. I think Firoozeh also played the earlier Title Tuesday as well. There's 2 Title Tuesdays on the first Tuesday of every month now. Sebastian, that's Grandmaster Lenier Dominguez. Some Armenian representation there. Sargsyan and Mkhitaryan. Vlad Dobrov from Russia. Firoozeh. I mean, the list really goes on and on, but we got some pretty much the only Canadian, high-rated Canadian representation here. We got Eric, so that's good to see. Keeping the north part of North America on the map. All right, Rook C7. He really needs to set up B3, but this knight on A3 is the reason why I think Black's position is, let's say, fairly reasonable. He wants B5, but I'm not sure he can. I was gonna say I'm not sure he can get it, but now that this guy, there's like a bishop B3, bishop takes A2. Maybe he wants something like that. Knight B4. Something feels a little suspicious about what Wesley's doing here. Actually, you know what he was probably gonna go for? I have a feeling. Maybe it was just D5. I think he was just gonna play this. Give up a lot of pawns, but I don't know. I have this feeling he was gonna go for D5. But what did he go for? Knight B4. Queen A8. No, something feels wrong about Wesley's game here, but maybe it's gonna work out. I don't know. Knight takes B5. I guess there is D5 now and the knight's being hit, but I would always play knight takes D5. I'm not sure. Something doesn't feel right here for Mr. Wesley. So he's also a little bit lower on time. It's Firoozeh representing Canada too. Only in the Pro Chess League. But you never know. You never know. Bishop takes B5. Okay. I mean, he is just up a pawn here. There's definitely compensation. Maybe bishop C4. But Wesley, no, Wesley's not doing well here. And then who else is playing? Firoozeh. Wow, what a totally different game. How have these guys only played 15 moves? The other guys are like in an endgame. Firoozeh playing black here. Seems to have a position that I feel like I'd prefer white here offhand. Looks really comfortable. Looks very, very comfortable. Bishop G6. All right, we're gonna stick with this this Wesley So game. So he did do my bishop C4 idea. Maybe queen D2 here. Guards the knight and gets ready to take, and meanwhile controls D5. I love queen D2, but I might be blundering. Is he trying to go knight takes there? Okay, this is a pretty fair decision as well. He would love to trade bishops. I think black's not going to allow that. There's no way. No way he lets that and knight to c4 happen. So I think he's got to move the got to move the bishop, or wow, I can't believe he took, guys. Wesley is doing some things which are absolutely crazy to me, because e5 is just hanging here. All you have to do is defend this. I don't know, a3, and just knight takes e5 next. Completely lost position. Okay, knight takes e5. Yeah, this is just over. Does he take? You bring that knight back? I don't know how Wesley is going to get out of this. Queen e2, is he going to get the queen in there, try to get the bishop involved? Wants the bishop on d4. So one thing you can't do is you can't go greedy for the last pawn, because you will... Oh, actually you can. Holy smokes, I was going to say you're going to get mated, but he could have actually played knight d7 takes c5. That would have been funny. Just take all the guy's pawns. Bishop takes. So now if you take and take, then Wesley gives check, you go back, and there's queen takes a3. And unfortunately, 4 pawns against 3 is not as good as it could have been. So maybe that knight d7 move actually worked, chat. Maybe it actually worked. Knight takes c5. Now if a4, it's going to be bishop a3. Queen d5 looks like the move, yeah. And again, Wesley can take on a3, but I think white has very good chances to to win that endgame. I'm a little surprised, honestly, that he didn't go queen b5, unless I'm missing something, because, you know, you got a few threats there, a3 still hanging. It seems to be more dynamic. This position feels like whoever Incognito Knight is should be pretty happy with, you know, he can only play to win here, essentially. Ooh. Dark square pawns. Something doesn't feel right about that. Was there no way he could have defended that pawn? This wow. Trickier than you might think. So knight g3 and knight f5. Okay, and Wesley probably earned himself a draw here, I guess. h3. Okay, h4, man, but that trades a pawn. I know after h3 you're probably going to play h4, but in my opinion, the best way to play is, you know, walk your king around, do some stuff before you play h4. You don't need to rush. I also don't necessarily like knight g3. I feel like white's king needs to get involved. Okay, Wesley has 2 seconds. Ticking down. White should really be playing for win. King e3 is a draw. That's so bad. That's so bad. When you have a knight against the bishop like this, I mean, just put the knight down here. I don't know. Like, you can just put the knight wherever you want. You can just try everything to win. I'm really displeased with what I just looked at. You're up a pawn. The guy's got only dark squares. Just move your knight all around. See what happens. But instead, he just repeats 3 times. That's very bad. That was a good chance to beat Wesley there. He played a nice game. Okay, meanwhile, what's happening here? King b2, black. Yeah, black is just winning. Takes. Or yeah, I suppose you don't have to take. King h4 and h3, but it's way too slow. The black king is coming back here. Yeah, this is not even close. Not even close. There we go. So that's going to be a win for Renato Terry from Peru. And I guess we're coming to the end of the games here. But everyone's playing on because you can still flag people. It's 3+1, guys. Oh, doesn't look like white's getting flagged here. No, he's got the pre-moves on deck. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. There we go. And is that the last game? Oh, there's one more game. There we go. Another rook against bishop. Of course. How could it not be? How could it not be? Oh my goodness. He made it himself. What am I looking at, guys? b4. And he made it himself. This is this 3+1 title Tuesday is already shaping up to be a pretty hype one. And I say hype, speaking from the perspective that we love to see, and Firoozeh is playing h4, by the way. Speaking from the perspective that we love to see crazy openings and people flagging, people getting mated when it should be drawn. How do you... Guys, please. When someone starts the game with h4, why don't you just play like normal chess and just make that look like a bad move? Instead, he goes c6 and he goes g6. It's like the only chess move on the board that makes h4 look good. Because now you play h5 and it's normal. How, like, what bone in your body could possibly say that playing g6 is smart there? I really don't know. It's incredible. And now he lost a bishop? This might be the worst 2750 I've ever seen. Bishop f6? Oh. Whew. Oh, thank God. Thank God, chat. Oh my goodness. I thought he lost a bishop as well. I was about to really lay into this guy. Okay. Thank goodness. Oh my goodness. Because I'm not 2750. And if 2750s are losing pieces, I would really talk to the higher ups at Chess.com for a rating switch. But thankfully, everyone deserves the rating that they're at. Me, 2500. This guy, FIDE Master, 2750. Although I still don't agree with G6. Now, that being said, I can still say I don't necessarily agree with giving up your dark square bishop with G6, but he did it to win a pawn, and you got to respect the materialistic approach. It's probably one of the hardest things in chess to know when you should be materialistic and when the compensation is what's dangerous. I think it only comes with experience. And this one, I mean, you guys see what might happen, right? Are you guys looking at what I'm looking at? A little bishop a6, do si do. It's possible here. It's possible. I don't know exactly how to set it up. Okay, queen b7 maybe prevents that. Man, the chat of this game, by the way, is really heating up. There's two guys spamming. One guy says go Timus, who's playing black here, and the other guy says go Firoozeh. And they're just spamming back and forth. I love to see the hype. Love to see the hype. Okay, oh man. I know Firoozeh wants to play bishop a6 mate in some way. He's just sitting there wishing. Okay. Threatening g5. So that's why he's going to keep that bishop. It's such a strong piece. As soon as black gets e5, though, it's going to lock the bishop down. The problem is he has to do a lot of moves before then because knight d6 is just a family fork. You don't want to allow that. Okay, he takes it. I know he wants to do that, but now he's sort of put an end to that. However, c3 will be played. There it is. Okay. And I'm wondering if the move f4 doesn't really do anything yet. At some point, you might decide to go bishop f7. Okay, the queen's going to come in h7, though. The queen is coming in h7. That means g6 is going to be loose. g4 is going to be played by Firoozeh. That knight's going to have to go somewhere at some point. So takes, there's rook h8 at the moment. I think that's why Firoozeh is not 100% sure. But there, he takes here. There's knight e7. Knight e7. Queen g3 is forced. But then takes rook g8. And don't you win a piece there? Hang on a sec. Firoozeh is playing extremely quickly, but I have a feeling he just blundered a piece there. I have a feeling he just blundered a piece there. Get to So's game? Well, Wesley drew his last game. Wesley drew his last game. Okay, rook takes. There's no rook h7, but what is the threat? He wants to take and go here? That is a threat. That is a threat. He's got to stop that. How do you stop that? You got to go like king there, but then queen f5. This is really, really impressive how he managed to not be losing there somehow. Maybe do you play f5? Yeah, it must be f5. Oh, he allowed this. He allowed this. Okay, he wants to do this, but yeah, he's going to take and go queen b8. I think that black saw it. He just didn't know how to defend it. And I didn't really see how to defend it either, except f5. I thought maybe f5 was good there. Now the king is cut off. This could be very annoying. The king is coming to e3. I think Firouzeh definitely wins this game, especially with 16 seconds. Especially with 16 seconds for his opponent, and it's only +1, as I mentioned before, so no chance. King d3. F3 he wants. Here he wants rook g4. And he's just going to win it. He's going to win a pawn there. He is going to win a pawn. You can also play some moves on the queen side here. He doesn't have to do anything, but I think rook g4 is a quick way to win a pawn. He's going to go for it. Rook takes f4 or takes there, yeah. I think rook g7 here is quite an annoying move. Yeah. He's going to go for that. Okay, b4, rook b3. I think me and Firouzeh both thought rook g7 was an annoying move, but in fact, he probably should have done something different. Yeah, he's just going to push the pawn now. No, you can't take that. Now it's lost for sure. Because now you have the checks. Whenever the king is cut off on the last rank, you can't let the pawn get to the 6th with your opponent's move, because then they just slide the rook out and the pawn pushes and you just play check and queen. There we go. And that's going to be it. Rook there. c4. Rook c6. Yep. Guys, the pressure that Firouzeh is able to put just on the clock is pretty crazy. What's happening here? It looks like an easy win. 3+1 though. 3+1. There we go. He figured it out. He got a nice setup there. But you can see, guys, it's crazy. 3+1. We're witnessing a super grandmaster, one of the best players in the world right now, Dominguez, and his opponent is down a full rook, an entire rook, and he's playing on as if it's like a close game. Didn't play queen takes g7. So it suddenly is changing everyone from like a nice, respectful player to like a dirty player who's just there to flag. All of a sudden, everyone's playing to flag. He's down a rook. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's down so much material. Oof, he barely got that move off. Barely got that move off, and it wasn't good enough. So we've seen a lot of upsets so far, guys. A lot of upsets. This one is actually winning. Yeah, there we go. That's a win. Little Peasant. That's Alejandro Ramirez, and it looks like this is going to be a draw. White just goes rook h4, rook f4. Yep. So that one is going to be a draw. This one looks like it's over too. All the games I'm switching to are pretty much wrapping up here. Ali Reza and Ami Reza. We got two strong Iranians in the tournament. Okay, he's playing on as well. Everyone's playing on. That's why all these games are going right to the finish, because everyone wants a chance to flag. Of course. Oh, is this going to be another rook against bishop? King b4. Wow. And a draw. A draw. And he lost? And Gawain Jones going down. Have we seen anyone higher rated actually win their game? Guys, this +1. Every game I switch to, it's guys playing on who are down like queens, rooks. It's turning everyone into just a filthy, dirty flagger. You know what I mean? It's really funny to watch. You got top GMs running around down like 20 pieces. All right, we got Krikor against Firouzeh up on the top. Krikor against Firouzeh. And Firouzeh, man, you can tell this guy's just having fun out here. He's just having fun out here. He's playing h5. He's playing h4. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Maybe h3 he's going to go for. I don't know if he wants to care about bishop g4 or not. I probably would have gone h3 there myself. Okay, queen takes. Guess he's going to long castle or something. You can also go bishop out and short castle and rook d1. You should be punished for that. Yeah, you'd think so. You'd think so. It's got to be d5 here. There's no question. There it is. But this can be okay for black. This can be okay for black. He wants to get c5 in at some point. He can play it now because, you know, technically e5 is hanging. Knight e7, knight c6. I mean, his queen is going to come out. This is pretty typical stuff. This king would love to be on g2 here. I mean, castling is also an option, but yep, and he does that. He wants to put the king on g2 and leave the rook there. Now, it's not a great position for Firoozeh, but he can probably make it work. And he's going to go knight b4 if pawn takes. And that bishop's going to be hit as well as the pawn. So is there a case for bishop takes here? No, he's going to allow that. I don't know. Bishop g5, I think he's going to go for. Probably bishop g5. Because it, you know, at least it makes a threat there, and he's going to lose this pawn anyway now. He has to. I guess the other move is bishop d2. Yeah, bishop d2 does make some sense. Knight c1. I know it defends both of them, but man, that's not really the move that you want to be playing there. This pawn is hit. Very hard to defend. Oh, what about a3 takes, knight d4, and then move the queen? That looks like it works. That looks like it works. Yeah, Magnus has also been trolling some openings and coming up with wins. How's Eric doing here? He's got 3 points to start off. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Maybe 3+1 is Eric Hansen's best time control. Maybe that's what we're learning today, chat. Because look at that. I mean, this knight is... You can't take it. There's no way you can take it. Takes, knight d5. Maybe he wants to do this and take on c2 with check. But the king slides to a1. It's an interesting position. Yeah, the king slides to a1, and he wants bishop e6 afterwards. I think Eric is just going to take and maybe go c3 or knight d4. Not sure that he actually wants to take this. I have a feeling he doesn't. I was wondering about takes, check, king a1, bishop e6. Yeah, and then you have to move your queen. Queen takes b7, and I'm not sure it's so good. Not sure it's so good. Meanwhile, what happened? What the heck happened over here? g5. Wow, what a weird move. g5. Knight takes, queen there, knight back, knight e2. No, this doesn't work. Definitely not. No, this is lost. Dead lost. No, this isn't even close. a5, king d7, king up to d6. It's just hopeless here. I think he's down 2 pawns as well. No. Firoozeh winning with h5. Winning with h5. And I think he's going to win that game very, very easily, actually. Unfortunate. Krikor. Rough game. Rough game. This looks like a lot better for white. Offhand, maybe some a3. Knight f5. h5 is always possible. Meanwhile, Eric, how's Eric doing? This looks like a very balanced game still. Yeah, because black is really solid here, but this bishop can make a lot of threats. Probably king up to b2 at some point. This isn't really a threat just yet because you've got that rook there. Black, I think, would love to slide things over. Probably b5, b4. Eric's defending this pawn there, and maybe he has an idea like bishop e3 now. Bishop e3 hits the rook, and then the pawn is coming up. Bishop e3 must be very strong here. Has to be. Because if rook there, I mean, you've got bishop there. You're still hitting that. This is going This is going to b4. Yeah, this looks really, really good for white. I don't see enough threats for black. Maybe this one? Or this? Nah, this looks unnecessary. Yeah, I would say bishop there. Ooh. Not what I was thinking at all. Maybe the black king is actually really safe on d7. I thought we were just taking this guy. He's hitting the pawn, so I'm expecting him to take. Now, king there is met by bishop there, so I think you got to hit that rook. Have to hit that rook, bishop d4. Like, you can't let him triple, right? Doesn't feel correct. So rook there. He's obviously bringing one of these rooks back. Or yeah, he's defending the pawn somehow. But now we're not hitting this guy anymore. Are we going to push the pawn? Okay, finally it's time for bishop d4. I think Eric really wanted the rook on the other side of the bishop. That's why he was taking so long to do that. Queen g5, there's going to be rook down there. Ooh, I thought for sure rook down there. Okay, we'll take that pawn, won't we? Rook takes is going to be c3, and he wants to push this all the way, and it is going to be a stronger pawn than the g pawn, so white is better here. White is better here, but look at the time. Look at the time. Yeah, push that pawn. This bishop is covering g1 as well. So black managed to get his pawn all the way down the board. Somehow. Oh, that check is useful, because the rook stuck on h2 is not good. Now this, can he win that pawn? Rook there, take it maybe? Difficult decision. Because there's rook checks. I'm wondering how you get out of that, but actually I think you do escape the checks here. Oh, sorry, there is no rook check. He took with the other rook. Smart from Eric. Eric's got 3 seconds though. He's taking more than 1 second per move. So scary. So scary. Oh man. Rook there. And we'll push and get the king over. That's a pretty safe position. Yeah. Oh my god. Make a move. Oh no. It's scary. Everyone's flagging. 0.5. Everyone's flagging. My goodness. My goodness. Aman Firoozeh isn't winning. Oh, I do believe he is, sir. I do believe he is. That's just so scary to watch these time scrambles. So scary to watch these time scrambles. Check. And to be honest, that's a good move, but I would say just take. Just take. Makes it easier. That's right. Eric's on 4-4 now, guys. Probably the best start for a chess bra ever in this format. Or in this tournament, I should say. Check, king over. I mean, there's no way to... I mean, it just has to be a draw here. Is someone gonna flag? Oh no, is somebody gonna flag here, guys? You don't want to see people flagging. Oh, don't play king there. Okay, you dodged that. Maybe rook there. Ooh. Okay, he's gonna go here. What just happened? Somebody's gonna lose this game, guys, I'm telling you. Oh, that's mate. No, white's gonna win this game. He's gotta. That's a really strong move, though. Oof. White is gonna win this game, right? Yeah, the king is gonna escape. That's mate. That's mate. Wow. Wow. Man, these games, it's crazy how different 3+2 and 3+1 is. Rook takes. Oh, okay. Same result. Yeah, and this one is going to be a draw. This is the last. This is the last game here, and then we should be getting into the next round. Oh, he's going for the win, guys. King G5. That's a big move right there. That is a big move right there. Okay. Waiting for the game here. Oh, they're on. For some reason, they're not showing up here. I don't know why. But I see the games are actually on right now. Eric's up there 4-4. Dominguez is 4-4. So we're gonna be following along here, but I for some reason the games aren't showing up here. I couldn't tell you why. But I can click these. Hansen is second, exactly, Max. Must be some glitch in the matrix. So Eric actually got a. I mean, he was playing a GM last round. He's playing an IM now, but the IM's rating is higher. The IM's rating is higher. Knight G5, and this is usually that if they play H6, you bring the knight back and go F4. That's the idea. Okay, well, actually, now that F4 has already been played, then there is the option of knight to F3. But, okay, I think Eric is going to stick with the game plan, so to speak, which is usually after this you go knight H3 and try to make use of that H6 move. Black's position is a little more loose as a result. This move looks very tempting, but unfortunately, there's two pieces hanging here. Otherwise, normally this move would be very strong. So F5 and knight F4 wants to happen next. Okay, rook takes, why not? This, okay, no, it's not so much of a threat, but still, the rook does feel like it should regroup a little bit. Otherwise, it maybe gets stranded out there on F5. Check if Ali Reza played H4 again. That's a great idea. You got to double check, right? There it is. H4, H5, and again, his H-pawn looks really normal. Really normal. Somehow his opponents are playing openings that make his H4, H5 look completely standard. Wow. I don't know what to say, guys. Here, bishop H6, there's takes and bishop G5 ideas. Now B6 is hanging. So king takes. He's going to throw in a knight E5. Some tactics from Mr. Firoozeh. Some tactics. Man, he's really having fun out here. He's really having fun. He's playing H4 every game. He's winning every game. Firoozeh is just styling on people right now. I mean, I think it has to be king takes. And then knight check, king over. What's wrong with that? I mean, I know it's not good, but I don't see how you lose nothing here. I think you have to lose this pawn. Because, wow. But knight takes and knight takes there. Yeah, knight b6 and knight takes d7 is pretty convincing. So white just won a pawn there. White just won a pawn there. Firoozeh, very impressive. You guys are witnessing greatness. People who can crush with h4, a4, h5, whatever. This is just a treat to watch. And I say that because I'm watching. If it was happening to me, it would not be a treat. Definitely not. How's Eric doing? Okay, e6. But somehow this makes ooh, these light squares do not make a good impression here for black. I'm very concerned about bishop check and knight g6. I think the guy's got to move his rook, like rook f8. There's knight e6. Maybe rook f6 he's got to go. I think he's going to play rook f6 myself. Wow, okay. Looks like there's nearly a mate here. Bishop h7, king there. Knight check, king takes. And where's the mate? Knight there, king back. He's got 19 seconds. I mean, he has to go bishop h7, but where's the win? Where's the win? I'm not seeing it. It's crazy. Bishop g6 next, I guess. Yeah, and I think the guy is going to go there. I don't think he can afford to take, because then rook f8 is always a threat, or he's going to take, sorry, and go bishop there. That's what's going to happen. Very tense game. 11 seconds. That full minute advantage and only plus 1 second increment is very tough to manage. Unfortunately, this is a mate. Unfortunately, that is a mate. I do not see any moves, personally. Nope, I don't see anything. Oh, it's tricky, but unfortunately, that is... unfortunately, that's possible. Maybe if the guy had the 1 second and not Eric, then he could get him with that. Maybe. Maybe. And Firoozeh's game? Oh, whoa, what the heck happened here? Well, he really let the guy encroach, so to speak. Okay, bishop c4. Don't know if you want to fix the pawn there or not. That's unfortunate, Goose. He goes down. Knight there, king up. This knight, by the way, wants to go d3. Okay. He's stopping knight d3, but I don't think he can prevent it forever. Yeah, maybe pawn takes. Knight d3. I don't think you care about a3. You can move your pieces up. Yeah, this is a really nice position for Firouzeh. Rook h7, no question about it. Knight c5 looks pretty good. c4 looks pretty good as well, because this is also happening. Knight to d5. Yep, he's just winning a piece here, I think. There it is. Game over with h3. Or sorry, h4 played. And Firouzeh's really he's really doing well today, guys. He's really having a good time. Eric lost his last game. Feels bad. Knight takes f4 is going to guard that. But again, this +1 time control is really causing his opponent to play on. There's no way in heck you play on here normally, but he's given some false confidence by this +1 time control that he might have this random chance to flag. All right. But he does well there. And what about this game? We started with this game. These guys each have 4 points. It's opposite bishops, but man, ooh, take it and d2. Yep, take it in d2. It's crazy how much faster this this tournament actually goes. 3+1 compared to 3+2 is totally different. I hope you guys are having fun. We're definitely seeing some pretty pretty serious attempts to flag. So let me know what you think of that. Is it better? Is it better like this? I think as a player, you have to prefer 3+2 because no one really wants that you know, extra chance to flag. But I'm not sure. Everyone is going to have different preferences. I'm sure a lot of people like it, actually. Look at this. Look at this. Everyone's going for flags and, rook and king against rook and king. He's got a flag. Oh my goodness, he barely got that move off. Man chuck. It looked like his time went to 0. That's what I'm saying, Omega Stevie. Did Firoozeh win the first title Tuesday, guys? I was watching during it, but I couldn't see the finish, so actually I'd be curious. I guess he maybe did, because someone was talking about him winning twice. Oh, there's h5 from Firoozeh. Flag means you lose on time. That's what flag means. It means you run out of time. It's because in the old days they used to have analog clocks, and so there would actually be a red flag, and as your time would approach 0, your flag would hang, and then fall when you lose on time. So that's why it's been called flagging ever since. Firoozeh is definitely smurfing out here. Oh, he had a bad outing. Okay, so he's here to win the late title Tuesday after a tough early one. He's got 5 points, but so many other people do as well. You can see the standings there underneath my webcam. Wesley, we saw him draw that game earlier. He's won every game since, and a lot of people with 5 points here. Eric has 4 points, so he's still doing good. Back in the old days, not my old days, just the old days. I think I maybe played a few games of chess in my life with an analog clock. So definitely a few, but not a lot. My first chess clock probably was analog though. Okay, Firouzeh has a pretty rough position here, honestly. Bishop d3, f4, e5. This is looking like a nice combination. Definitely f4, taking away that square is really crucial. I think Firouzeh wants to go for a g5 move to earn himself the e5 square. I think he's going g5. Oof, maybe I'm wrong. I thought his plan was to go g5 and collect that square for himself. I think he's just developing first, though. I'll put it that way. Okay, bishop f7. And now you start to look at how dangerous e5 is as a candidate move coming up next. Is he kicking this knight out with like c6? Can't tell if he wants to do that. It looks like c6 is going to be met by knight e3, guarding this pawn. Can Vugar beat him? He's up on time right now, so Firouzeh is lower on the clock. But he's surviving somehow. It's a rough position, but that queen's going to make it to e7. And here it takes. There's queen takes d4 after pawn takes. So why did he do that? What? I don't understand this at all. Here, there's knight c5. That's not a... I mean, maybe it's playable, but it's definitely not a good transition. No. I don't know why he did that, guys. That simplified a lot for Firouzeh there. Must be very helpful. So is he going to defend that pawn with rook c8 or something? Because then he has to deal with rook d7 and a7 hanging if he does that. So he's going to give the pawn up. He's going to give away the d5 square, but he's got that e-pawn. Ooh, I think I was going to say he wants to take, but maybe not. Maybe not. Takes, there's rook takes. That knight is actually pretty good on e3. So the material's back to even here. b3. Yeah, the evaluation in my eyes is kind of changing move by move, but I think Firoozeh is probably worse here. No question about it. You gonna go b5? Yes. I don't know if allowing b5 is good. Definitely doesn't feel that way. So is knight e7? No. That's not anything. Knight e3, so he's gonna have to take back with the knight. I think Firoozeh is probably gonna play knight e4 here. If I had to guess, he would go knight e4. No, he wants the knight on d3, and this king is gonna. I think Firouzeh is outplaying him slowly here, guys. That's the impression I'm getting. What about Vladislav Kovalev? Let's take a look at his games. Because he's got 5 points right now, and from the looks of it, he's got a better position as well. Yeah. Well, bishop there doesn't seem to work. He wants queen check, but it doesn't look. Maybe is it dangerous? I can't tell. There, bishop there, and then rook g8. No, I don't think it is dangerous. Rook g8. Maybe d7, and this pawn hangs. No, but there's queen d4 check. Takes, queen h8. He's only got 5 seconds. That's crazy. 5 seconds. Queen c8. Okay, but now the rook can swing around. What? What an insane move. Well, I don't really know what that was, guys. He just sacked his queen for rook for absolutely no reason. All right. That game is over. Firouzeh is really down on time here. 55 seconds to 7 seconds now. Check. But he goes there. Knight d3. If rook there, there's check here. There's knight e6. Knight e6 was a threat there. That's why Firouzeh had to take that. I think Firouzeh is going to lose this game. There's no way he can do this. Well, he's got to try g5, g4. He's down on time. Down on time. The impressive run came to an end. You thought he might just win all his games like that. But no, not quite. And Alejandro is down. That looks like a strong move by white. Queen d4. He's down some time here. g4, queen takes. Yeah, this is going to be a win. There we go. Checkmate. Checkmate. And this game's still going. This Malik 02 is obviously having a great tournament. Undefeated so far. And he's currently crushing Lenny Dominguez. Crushing him. This is definitely winning for white. Queen g1 is a threat. Yes, okay. He finally starts pushing that pawn. And I don't think he's going to be able to survive this. Now all the pieces are activated. h6 next after king g8. Or queen b8, excuse me. Yeah, queen b8 is just game over. Oh, okay. That's a good move as well. Queen b8 was checkmate, but this is going to force resignation or timeout as well. And this also looks like checkmate. He's probably going to play rook a1, if I had to guess. Nope. Okay. Now, this tournament has got me thinking the worst of people. You know, like everyone's going to flag, everyone's going to... Everyone is going to time out, but not always. There's some quick players. Hello, Ali Reza. Hello, Ali Reza. Great to see Ali Reza not only in the chat, but also playing h4 and h5, the first move of every single game. We were really sad to see your run come to an end, Ali Reza. Also, I was doing a show with Yasser Serwan over the weekend on Saturday. Doing a masterclass with Yasser on the Chess.com channel, and he was going over one of Ali Reza's games. Ali Reza against Giri. And the entire masterclass, he referred to him as Ali Ruja. And you know, you got to know what I mean. When Yasser gets on a roll, when he when he starts calling someone something, it's really hard to correct him. Yasser is a very difficult guy to correct on the fly. So as soon as he got a hold of Ali Ruja, there was no I couldn't get him back to saying it properly. So I said, all right, well, I guess he's Ali Ruja for today. Caruana, Ali Ruja. So I just went along with it. I said, all right, okay, he's Ali Ruja for today. That's how it's gonna be. Yasser has his own way of pronouncing just about every name. Ali Ruja. Is he down on time? Oh. This is a fascinating game to watch. Just fascinating. King b6. I have a feeling White's going to lose this game. White's lost. White is dead lost. Oh man, that's so bad. And now rook here and rook there. Dead lost. By the way, this pushing the pawn is just atrocious. I don't see why do that at all. Okay, rook c4. And I think you should go rook back. No, rook back there is definitely wrong. You should definitely try rook there and rook d1. It's the only defense. Now he's losing. It doesn't matter where the king goes. Yeah, this is just lost. I'm pretty sure he probably could have held a draw with rook e1 and rook d1. It would have been close though. I think black had rook c5 check, unfortunately. But still, if you're going to try something, I think it had to be rook in front of the pawn there. Why isn't he checking him? There you go. Put your rook there, sir. Yeah. And hopefully you guys know the bridge. There we go. Nice technique. Rook there. You almost got him. You almost got him. Okay, I think that was the last game. Yeah, that was the last game of the round. That was the last game of the round. We're going into round 7 now. You can see the players leading right now. Let's go here. All right. There are the standings, though. Vladislav Kovalev, Vugar Rasilov, Malik 02. I mean, FIDE Master, 6 out of 6. He's obviously having a great event here. And Tominho as well. These guys are 6 out of 6. We got Wesley. We watched the draw that he had earlier, and he hasn't lost or drawn a game since then. That was the Lucina position, exactly. That was the Lucina position, guys. But yeah, a lot of players chasing Firoozeh 5 out of 6, so he's going to be looking to cut. Let's just check. You know, I have to know. Wait, is this game done? Where's Firoozeh's game? I was going to check if he played. Where is Firoozeh's game? observe. No? He's not playing? What's going on? Does the game finish? Very confusing. He dropped out. He dropped out. So Santo Blue dropped out as well? No, Santo Blue is playing. Okay, it just wasn't updating or something. Just wasn't updating. There's Eric. He's still around. Oh, actually, he's playing Santo Blue. Okay. Oh, okay, that's why. Santo Blue didn't make a move. Looks like he was late to the game or something. I see he's down a minute here. All right, so Eric's playing here. Also, we got Parham against Wesley. This is definitely a heavy hitter matchup. What the heck happened here? Is this some theory I'm not sure? I'm not aware of. Knight takes f2. Wow. Knight takes f2, knight d4, queen h4. And I think Wesley is going to take with check and play c6 and take this pawn and say, how many pawns does he have? 1, 2, 3, plus a very, very nice looking position. Definitely c6 here. That's an interesting sack. Yeah, Alireza was just having fun, it looks like. The problem is that when Alireza just, comes in, have a good time, sacrifice some pieces, play h4, he nearly wins the event. That's the scary part. So c6. I'm surprised that he didn't play it yet. King b1. This bishop's coming back here. I really don't know. I think c6 and queen takes c5 is what I would have played. I mean, white is going to be up a piece. He's going to regroup here, but I thought he could have won that e-pawn as well. Now this is looking... I mean, black still has a lot of tricks, but it's looking like it's trending more and more in favor of white, I would say. He's sort of consolidating here. And how's Eric doing? He's got a big time advantage because his opponent came late. And hey, in these tournaments, we'll take that. We will take that, won't we? You take any advantage you can get, guys. And Vladislav Kovalev, okay, maybe super slightly preferred. A little more space for white. That's about it. After this round, by the way, guys, we're going to take about a 5-minute break. Everyone can go make some popcorn and get ready for round 8, as Chess.com just has this routine fair play break where they make sure everyone who's in the tournament is playing fairly, and I think that's been included in all the recent Title Tuesdays, at least for the last 3 or 4. C4. Okay, at some point you might want to do that, but I always get a little weary of placing too many pawns on light squares, because that bishop on c6 is going to be the one that can attack the pawn on a4, for example. King e3. So he might want to go like that, but then black goes like that and b6, and that's the kind of position I feel like I want to avoid. White's bishop is going to need to deal with that pawn, or if he trades it, it's just going to be completely equal. Okay, rook b1. And I think, well, he doesn't have to take, but technically this move might be playable, but I don't think it's necessary. Black doesn't have to do anything here. He can just sort of chill. Doesn't have to make any moves. He's down on time quite significantly, though. How's that Wesley game? Let's jump back here. Sorry, guys, I'm all over the place, but there's a lot of interesting games. Wesley's got a bunch of he's got a bunch of pawns, 3 of them to be exact, but I'm not convinced this is good at all. I think Wesley's pretty close to losing here. The opposite bishops actually really help Parhamov here. Okay, knight takes e5 and knight d3 is one way of doing things. That knight's pretty strong on d3, but of course he doesn't have to go back and defend. He can continue attacking over there. Just if he wants to cover things, knight d3 is always available. I think he's going to go knight g5. Yeah, he wants to set this up so that there's checkmate. So now knight g5, he has to go king f6. Well, yeah, I mean, well, I guess he's going to go there. King f6, there was that, and king there was mate, so you pretty much had to do this. But yeah, I was going to say bishop e5, and there's going to be a mate here somewhere. So Wesley resigns. I don't want to be too critical of what I saw earlier because I'm sure, you don't need a rocket scientist to tell you that Wesley knows more about this than me. But I thought here, just c6, hit the bishop. His bishop's going to go somewhere. Let's say bishop d3 and just take this. You got 3 pawns here. You're going to play g6. This bishop and knight do not have any squares. And yeah, I mean, just play this position. I thought this was pretty reasonable. And there's still a bunch of weak pawns to go after. So that's what I was expecting. But anyways, he no doubt knows more about that than me. Eric, there we go. Coming away with a win there. He's jumping to 6 points. Heading into the post round 7 break here. Let's check. Is this Arvind? Yeah, Chithambaram from India. But unfortunately, it looks like with bishop takes f6 there and time expiring, he is going to go down to Lenier Dominguez. And does that mean... Okay, Lenier is at 6 out of 7. So actually, can anyone catch up to... I don't think anyone can catch Vladislav in terms of the standings after this round. I don't think anyone can catch him. He's going to be leading the tournament by himself with 2 more rounds to play. And this definitely is winning for black. How to do it, though, that's the question. Because you want to do it in a way that doesn't allow counterplay. That's the trick. Okay, so c4, and I guess he's just trying to say he's covering that square. Yeah, d3. Oh, okay. c3 is a little weird. But yeah, okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. So if d3 is going to go here because takes this with check, no? Wow. I guess the king on f4 was in a pretty bad spot because the knight, if you just queened, the knight would always have a fork. So I don't know what he just did here because white's just going to go here and take the pawn. This isn't even... it's going to be a stalemate. Okay, or he can do that. No real difference. Wow, and they're going to have a draw. That was 100% winning for black. I consider his last moves to be big blunders then in that case. Okay, this game is definitely over. This one, wow, this is one that's definitely going to go for a little bit. White's position is very, very bad here. It's not terrible. I don't want to be too harsh, but the point is there's nothing active you can do. Only black is winning this game. That's the point. There it is. He set up the bishops like that, I guess, so that the rook didn't have any entry points. Okay, and now the bishop is covering that, so I think he's going to go bishop f1 to g2. I would be fairly tempted by takes and f3 there. I think it was definitely possible. No, because white shouldn't really lose this anymore because he's got control of the only file. So just rook down, yeah, and rook over. White's probably actually going to win. Bring the king there. Bring the rooks down somewhere. Try to trade light square bishops. That's the plan to win for white now. Oh, rook h8. Rook h8. Oof. I think you could have gone rook h8 there and then get the rook inside the position. Okay, this king, though, needs to be on g2. That's 100% sure. Bishop d4 is going to threaten g2. You got to be really careful of that. I don't know why he... Move your king. Move your king. This guy really needs his king to go to f1. I don't think he's trying to win, which is unfortunate, but he definitely should be bringing his king to g2 and bishop h3 and, you know, get the bishop to f5 or e6 or something. Because black doesn't have anything to do, by the way. Black has absolutely no plan. There's nothing black can do to make progress here. White, however, could, you know, do like this. King there, bishop there, get the rook down. There's definitely stuff that white can do. Okay, play king e2, finally. Rook h1. Rook h1, bishop h3, any of those moves? Okay, I like this. King f1 and king there. Check. Bishop or king. Okay, rook down. I can respect that. I can definitely respect that. Oof, I don't know why he needs to play king f1. Otherwise, there's nothing. Reminder, guys, after this round, we are going to take a short break. Bishop h3. Play bishop h3. King f1, bishop h3. Oh, he forked the bishops. He forked the bishops. I knew white was going to find a way. There we go. He did it. He did it. Don't let this guy promote. He's putting the king there. Okay, he knows what he's doing. e5. Whew. And he managed. Now everything's winning. Yep. Put the bishop there, bring the king up, and that is a trivial win. e6. Nice. And there we go. He got the win. He got the win after all. Wow, what a long game, guys. Well, I think this is definitely the last game of the round. These are the standings right now. I don't think this game will affect the top standings here too much. Queen. There we go. GG. He got the win. Well, there we go. We're taking a short break here. It'll be about 5 minutes, guys. We're going to get into the last 2 rounds of this event after that. But, wow, this 3+1 is turning out to be very, very exciting. We had Firoozeh in here. I don't think he's in the tournament anymore, but he was playing some really fun chess, h4, h5, winning all his games until finally he was taken down. And then Eric, 6 out of 7. I mean, it's probably one of the best starts probably ever for you know, Eric or myself. So we'll see if he can finish strong. But he's in top 5 right now, which is fantastic. Vladislav Kovalev, he's your leader with 7 out of 7. We will be right back after this fair play check for round 8. So stay tuned, guys, and don't go anywhere. right, guys. We are back. Didn't want you guys to be bored with the these openings that look like London systems. I figured we'd just skip that part. Jump right into the action here. Jump right into the action. It's round 8, and we got Mr. Vladislav Kovalev. And he is the only one in the tournament with a perfect score. The only one. This is not quite a London system, but more of a Zuckertort. It's pretty aggressive line. So I expect Mr. Kovalev here is going to have to put up with an attack. Usually you take back with a pawn, slide this queen over, the rook comes in, and he doesn't want any of that, which is why he's gone here. Now I wonder, what's the idea? Takes, and is it queen d2? And then rook d8. I think that might be the line. I think that might be the line, just to try to tie up White's pieces there. That's kind of interesting. I didn't know about that, but it looks like Kovalev has a prepared way to deal with this attack, because it actually is pretty scary. I wouldn't be surprised if White does not take that based on the line I just showed. Maybe I thought he might have played rook there. Whoa! Sorry, guys. Not even the line I just showed. How about rook takes c2? Because now, if anything, black is better. Gotta be. Okay, maybe that's a bit harsh, but I will say I don't see any issue with black's position anymore. I like the queen d2 line, though. I don't know what the issue with that one was. But his rook takes c2 is probably better, just winning a pawn there. So, I mean, a5, bishop c5, e-pawn loose. This all looks good for black. So I think Vladislav Kovalev is probably not going to lose this game. We also got Dominguez against Parhamov. Dominguez, looks like maybe they're playing some theory here, although I do love White's position just at first blush. Like e4 next, bishop f4, bishop e3, and get the rook involved. Of course, that's the dream, but does it actually work? That's the important question. Well, look at that. Knight e4. I assume that this cannot be taken, but I don't know. That's just my best guess, because there's no good way to deal with queen h1 there. No, that can't be good. There's no way. So, what do you do instead? I don't know. Bishop there, there's always queen takes. Wow. What is he going to play here? What? There's no way this can be good. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. What do you guys think of this sack? So check, king there. Queen takes. And then take here, I suppose. I mean, he's trying to run with the king, but there's a rook and then two bishops, which can be utilized here. I really have a hard time believing this. Yeah, bishop takes, and then probably check. And if queen there, bishop check. That looked like a good line. That looked like a good line there. So what's his idea with this? Bishop f3 and take. Okay, but this is what I wanted to do last turn, except now the knight is there covering e4. Covering e4, but not covering the rook on a1. So maybe that's why he did that. Maybe that is precisely why he did that. That would make a little bit of sense, chat. It really would. And it would fit more with the narrative that this guy knows what he's doing and I don't. And that's more likely. Check here, he's going to play king c1, but this is looking pretty uncomfortable. Eric's in. He's up a pawn, but it looks like he could just be in a rough endgame here. He's all tied up. Yeah, so he's gonna give up. I love that move. I love that move. He's gonna give it up, and well, black's gonna probably go for the A pawn. White's gonna go for the G pawn here. I think he's probably gonna go like that. Take, and then Eric should go king up and go for this pawn and let black have that and bring the rook there. Yes, he's gonna go for that. Yeah, no, this is better. This is, ooh, hang on a sec. This is not better. What happened? Oh, he took the pawn. Sorry. I thought he was maybe gonna go there. No, somehow we ended up in the worst version of this. No, this has got to be bad. C5, and both of these pawns should fall. Here. Wow. Looks like he's gonna take, and they're both gonna get queens, but black's gonna be to move. Oof. What a tense endgame. I imagine that black still has amazing winning chances. Well, that's losing, unfortunately. That's losing, unfortunately. That's a miscalculation. Kovalev, by the way, won his game. Kovalev won his game. Eric lost that game. So Eric's definitely out of the contention because there's only one more game, guys. Remember that. Remember that. So this is a 3+1 time control. And it's also only 9 rounds. This is round 8 right now. So I think Vladislav Kovalev at 8 out of 8, he may be just a full point ahead of the entire tournament. He's undefeated, guys. He could be 9 out of 9, or he could just draw and secure the entire tournament. Here he wants to go there and threaten mate. What a nasty move. What? He blundered. That's mate. Oh, sorry. I thought that was checkmate, guys. Holy smokes. I thought that was checkmate. No, sorry. It was checkmate when the king was on f4. So I didn't just make that up, but I was more impressed by that move than I needed to be. I thought that was a mate there. Oh, we're not even at the current position. King g2. And are they just repeating? Because the thing is, with the king on g3, black's always threatening to go rook h4, rook h3. He's playing for the win. He wants rook g1 next. Here. No, he takes. And I'm not so sure about this. I feel like black must be doing well. So king there, and he's threatening mate. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Yeah, you have to go there. King there. It's going to force him to go back. Man, this looks like it's been very well played by black. King f4. Because if you go there, it's not gonna work. Rook there, we've got there, and rook e5. No, take that. That's winning for black. Rook e5. Yep. Wow, that's a really impressive endgame. Seriously. That's pretty impressive. All right, so there's only one more game left, and then we're going into the final round. This is actually an interesting endgame. I'm pretty sure Magnus had the rook and pawn against Nakamura, who had the queen, and it ended up as a draw in a very, very similar endgame. I'm trying to remember where that was. I think you want the queen on e4, and then you play king down here, and there's no check there. I think that's what you're trying to get. So, okay, queen d1. King? No, he did it again wrong. Yeah, that's 3 times. I'm pretty sure the queen needs to be there, and you play king c2 and then king c1. But after king a1, I really can't remember. I really can't remember what the move is supposed to be there. So essentially, if I remember it, I don't really know how exactly to create the position I want, but let me just say if this is the position, then essentially what you want is, I'm pretty sure you want the king here. Then after the king goes here, it's something like pinning the rook, so the king has to go here, and then you take this square away again. And now if the king goes there, then the pawn is loose, so the guy goes here, and then you go queen here, and now the guy's stuck, so he has to go here, and you take it, and you win. So I'm pretty sure it's something like that, but I only remotely know what I'm talking about because I saw the game between Magnus and Hikaru, which was in that exact same position. So just a random endgame which I absorbed at one point. Okay, Kovalev has 8 out of 8, so he's basically going for 9 out of 9, which would just be crazy. First time we've ever had 3+1 as the tournament format, and to go 9 out of 9 in the first edition, 9 out of 9 in any of these Title Tuesdays is simply incredible. I have to reiterate that. Undefeated, but not just undefeated, winning every single game against such strong opposition is so impressive. So that's already up for grabs, but Parhamov, he's not going to go for a draw because he absolutely needs to win. He absolutely needs to win. If he wins, then he ties Kovalev for first place, and that's a lot different than drawing and probably tying with a bunch of other people for maybe third. He's not even guaranteed second place. So imagine white wants to go at some point rook b1. This knight maybe needs to get out of the way so it's not hanging in some lines, but rook b1, b3. Of course, you can go b3 straight away. It's just rook b1 is to make sure there's no traps, no tactics involving that hanging c3 knight. Speaking of no tactics involving the c3 knight, well, he takes and goes knight c4. If queen c1, he wants to take and go b4. So this must be the move that he was thinking about. I imagine knight takes, queen c1, and then bishop takes, rook takes, pawn takes. And yeah, that's, unfortunately, it's just going to be good for black, I think, because there's too many pawns. I think, something like that, and the pieces are not strong enough. So this is an interesting imbalance, but I have a feeling black is better. He's going to get c4 in there, maybe e4 at some point. Probably he should get a rook to the d file as well. But rook b8 followed by maybe c4 does look good to me. You don't see this type of imbalance too often, though. h5, I imagine you might consider. Yeah, but there's not much to do, because white's pieces don't have a lot of squares to operate on. Maybe queen f6. Well, he goes right for it. I think he wants to trade queens, honestly. After queen a1, there is queen b2. Okay, rook b2. Yeah, and the thing is, black pushes this pawn and then brings the king to e5 because, it's very easy to push these pawns. That's what concerns me. This is definitely a nice try, though, planting that bishop on c6. As soon as he does that, he wants rook b3. does black. But definitely, this looks like a position where black is just playing for the win. And if black's playing for the win, that means he should be wrapping up first place in this Title Tuesday. So rook b3, knight a4. Obviously, he's trying to get in there. The real question is, how operative is this rook? I feel like he could be getting outplayed here. Rook there, there's knight d7. Well, there you go. You just lost the exchange. Now, I assume he's going to want to take that. Takes, rook takes a6. c3, I guess. Oh, he's got e3 as well. He has e3 as well. Yeah, like that's why I wasn't quite sure that this was just over yet. Maybe bishop a8. Yeah, bishop a8 is correct. Because you have to somehow use your d pawn as a decoy. So if king c5, there's rook c6. You take that, there's rook b6 check, losing your rook. Ooh, this must be good for white. Okay, this pawn falls, but king g1, I think. e7? No? Wow, what a tense endgame. If he goes there, he's gonna go rook e6, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe he goes rook c7, bishop c6, and says you can't promote that. But what you have to watch out for is rook check, followed by e2. That's very, very concerning. I think rook e6 might be forced here. Yeah, no, rook e6 should be. King f1, but this pawn is falling. He wants king e2. Check, king f2. White's maintaining some winning chances here. Well, I thought he was going to go king f2, and I would have said he was maintaining winning chances. But this way should probably be a draw, but maybe white somehow manages to win the pawn, and then you can try to win the position after that. Well, he won the pawn, guys. If he wins this, black only has 4 seconds ticking down. If he wins this, then he ties for first place in Title Tuesday. If not, Vladislav Kovalev will win the tournament with 8.5 out of 9. It's all down to this. And when I say win the tournament, of course, I mean he'll tie for first if he wins Parhamov. We all know that this is theoretically drawn, but that does not mean at all that that it is going to be drawn. Rook c1, I bet he'll play. The idea with rook c1 is that normally you don't want to bring the rook too close to the king, but so here he goes there pretty safely. So normally what I would say is like you go there, play rook to the b file. There you go. And now king c7 doesn't stop that. So now you get the 7th rank, and the king has to go to the back rank. Okay, king on c8 is not ideal. If I remember correctly, this king should not be going to that corner. I don't think that's good. And there's no check there after king c6, which is important to remember. Wow, and he won on time. He won on time. That +1 is not enough. So there's going to be a massive tie for first place, I think, guys. We're just going to check these last 2 games. Well, I think this one's over, guys. What do you think? Pretty sure this one's over. So it's a big tie up top. It's Vladislav Kovalev may win first place by tiebreaks, but the money is going to be shared. The money is going to be shared. So it's going to be Parhamov, Super Notar, who I don't think I saw any of his games, Sebastian, and Vladislav Kovalev. Super Notar, I'm not exactly sure who that guy is, but Parhamov, I recognize. Sebastian is Lenier Dominguez, and Vladislav Kovalev is his actual name. There we go. So I believe there we go. That's the end of the the tournament there. And wow, Sebastian actually came out with the better tiebreak. So it is technically Grandmaster Lenier Dominguez in first place. Vladislav Kovalev takes second, and International Master Super Notar takes third place. But all 4 players, that includes Parham Magsudlu, who got 8 out of 9, are going to split the prize money. So in terms of the prize sharing, it's 4 people splitting it. But in terms of the podium and 1, 2, 3, Sebastian, Vladislav Kovalev, and Super Notar. 8 out of 9, very impressive score. I mean, just showing that consistency over 9 rounds of blitz chess is so impressive. So that's the late edition of Title Tuesday. We're a little bit slow getting underway here. Had some mic issues, but thanks for bearing with me, guys. It was a pretty fun tournament. I wonder if Chess.com is going to stick with the 3+1 format. They're probably going to get some feedback from the players. I thought it was pretty fun, probably because I'm sitting right here, comfortable commentating, watching Firoozeh play H4, H5, watching people flag, because it definitely felt chaotic today. I don't know about you guys, but to me, it just felt like it was all over the place. People were flagging people. You got super GMs up, queens and rooks, and his opponents are just playing on as well. So it was a lot of fun, definitely from a spectator point of view. But yeah, we're going to eventually send the raid over to my own channel, the Chess Pro channel. Eric's upstairs, still going strong. I didn't see his last game, but he put in a good performance to start off. So actually, where did Eric finish? Where did Mr. Hansen finish? 34th. Okay, he had a rough go his last couple of games. That's too bad. He had a good start, but we're going to send the raid over to the Chess Pro channel, and stay tuned. Stay tuned for that, guy. So Grandmaster Aman Hambleton, hope you guys enjoyed Title Tuesday March, the late edition. And as always, Title Tuesday will be back on Chess.com the first Tuesday of every month. So it'll be back in April with the early and late editions. Take care, guys, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.